Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday to all of the Pitbox stream enjoyers. Gonna do a quick audio and video check, and we'll get right into some charts today. I think we're live. So Bitcoin kind of losing support today. You may not see the support I'm referring to because it's the P cycle top indicator lower EMA here that we've been holding for the past 4 days, but today you had this down mark and you're currently sitting below it. So I'm starting to get a little bit concerned, but I'm not going to get fully concerned until we see a bearish retest of this P cycle top indicator. I think it's going to come. I think it's going to get a retest, and then we'll see if market has got the strength to reclaim it and push higher, or if this means that we're going to fall into deeper consolidation of structure and probably maybe need more time for expecting that breakout. But for the time being, Bitcoin is working on the lowest daily candle close since May 14, chat. So lowest monthly close, lowest daily candle close of the month for BTC. So I'm sure if you're a trader or an investor within the crypto industry, you're pretty much like everyone else right now, losing their minds on this chop consolidation, on this trading range that we've been on since the beginning of March, really. So we spent more than 100 days within basically 60K and 74K. So a lot of people are becoming impatient, and I'm sure a lot of people have lost a lot of money because they were allocated to altcoins while Bitcoin hasn't done much in the past few days. Some altcoins that have seen significant drawdowns on their prices. So yikes. So what I'm guessing here, we're finding support around the 64,900 bucks area, which is a really critical level from history. Is the previous all-time high from the first top of the prior cycle here, so you can appreciate. So yeah, it's a very real level. We're holding it so far. We dipped below within the day, but had a small recovery on the last few hours of the trading session. So we're finding a little bit of support there, continuing to print strong negative momentum today again. So this could develop into a deeper sell-off if we don't continue to lose the negative momentum on the MACD histogram, and if we continue the strength on the red bars, basically that will mean that we're having a deeper sell-off within the crypto market. So I'm expecting, I hope we get it. It's not sure, but I'm expecting a retest into this EMA, and then we'll see the moment of truth if this is actually a reclaim or a bearish retest. And why will you wonder what I'm waiting for that? It's basically because of what we had here when you just started chopping at around the orange EMA. This was actually an eco bubble from 2019. So as soon as we lose the orange EMA, I think we enter the eco bubble territory or the further consolidation structure for BTC. So as you can see here, you didn't you lost it here, but had it basically an immediate reclaim. You didn't lose it here, and when you lost it here, you had a big sell-off and then a back test to it and failed to reclaim it, and then you just continued to downtrend, and then big down mark came. So that's what I will be trying to avoid within my bag if we get that bearish retest to that orange EMA. So yeah, it's not looking too good. Ethereum has currently been trading with more strength today than Bitcoin, but of course, if we get a nuke on Bitcoin, it's not gonna matter much how Ethereum has been trading because it's gonna get carried into the downside. So yeah, yikes on BTC. Also BTC against the SPX, losing the mid-range here of this consolidation structure, this downsloping channel, printing strong negative momentum once again, the same as the USD pair. So we'll see. I think this week is going to be critical on determining the direction for BTC for the next couple months. I think if we get a bad week, I think it's just going to mean that the market's really weak and you'll need further downside before rallying again. And if you get a reclaim, that it could mean that we're potentially closer to a breakout that a lot of people are actually waiting on. Let's go to Bitcoin dominance. So the dominance was pulling numbers today. It was up like 1% today on one point, having a confirmation of this Marubosu candle from yesterday, this bullish engulfing candle. But it's printing strong negative momentum again. But if we start to see a rollover, maybe tomorrow or within this week, maybe you get a confirmation of this hidden bearish divergence, this continuation divergence for this downtrend. And maybe you could argue that this 3 falling peaks pattern could still be at play. Although the wick from today could invalidate the pattern because you made a higher high regarding this high. But if you just count the bodies of the candles, you could argue that this pattern could still be very much valid. But again, that's yet to be seen within this week and within the next very few next days, depending on how Bitcoin behaves. So yeah, just pretty much flat today for the daily candle close on BTCD. Maybe an inverted hammer. It would have been best if it was a red candle, but I mean for implying a move to the downside. But for the time being, it's just a nothing burger candle. Honestly, you just have a lot of absorption here at range highs. So we'll see. It could be poised for some downside. BTCD here. We'll see how it does tomorrow. Ethereum has been doing better than BTC today, so it's failing to have this breakdown out of this level here from this candle close here from June 13. It's not printing strong negative momentum on the MACD histogram. So that's really something really interesting. It's just that you're below $3,582, which is this complacency shoulder top from 2022, a very real level, in my opinion, if you ask me. So if you want to see 4K, you want to be above $3,582, but pretty good for the time being. Just your lowest daily candle close since June 13. Yeah, this could be all psyops. If we get that BTC rug pull, none of this is gonna matter, in my opinion. But if we get a strong bounce out of Bitcoin, I'm guessing Ethereum is gonna start outperforming, and you can see that also on Ethereum against Bitcoin, which is green today. I'm finding support within the 200 moving average. So this is starting to look good because you had this bearish engulfing candle from yesterday, and possibly a confirmation, but it got bought back up. A lot of buyers stepped in and reclaimed the 200 moving average and invalidated this confirmation of this bearish engulfing candle from yesterday. So yeah, it's losing negative momentum once again, and this could still be on the table, which is a hidden bullish divergence. Could be a continuation divergence from this higher high here regarding this high, and potentially a market structure break on Ethereum against BTC. I'm sure it's going to rely on what Bitcoin does within this week, if it rug pulls or not, if it holds the line, if it's able to reclaim the P cycle top indicator, lower EMA, which I think is the line in the sand, honestly, for having some significant upside within the next couple weeks, or the difference of having maybe a few more weeks or months maybe of consolidation before seeing new highs. So this is poised to do really good numbers if and only if Bitcoin doesn't rock, because it's trading really good. This could be a confirmation low from this low here, you know. Who knows if BTC doesn't rock, this is poised for continuing the uptrend, especially if you have this hidden bearish divergence here. And for the watchers of my stream, they already know what this means. This basically means that a lot of sellers came in and tried their best to bring this asset down, and all they could do was just a higher low. So a pathetic effort by sellers to push this asset down, and all they could do was just form a higher low on price while they did a lower low on momentum. So that's that could be implying a continuation of this uptrend that began on this pump with the ETF rumors and confirmation having this higher high regarding these two highs from April. So interesting. Ethereum at this point, you just need to Bitcoin not to rock, basically. Okay, let's go to USDT dominance. So the dominance it's looking somewhat interesting here today, because at one point it was having a breakout out of this mid-range here from this potentially a bear flag. Hopefully you see this bearish consolidation where you have higher highs and higher lows before you create another down mark, and you're finding resistance quite near the 200 moving average here that you lost it in October 2023. So this could just be another bearish retest to this strong resistance level. Plus, you're finding resistance at the 4.89 level. Everyone who watches the stream knows how important this level is. You know, every time you came up here on the past cycle, you just had a big sell-off on USDT dominance. And for the ones who don't know, this is basically the inverse chart of Bitcoin. If you have a downtrend on USDT dominance, you have an uptrend on Bitcoin. So just a really tricky price action right now on crypto. It's just really fighting to not have the breakdown, and fighting to not have like to push into possibly range highs, into further consolidation and see lower levels and have more people wiped out before maybe coming to test the lower end of this range. So I think tomorrow is going to be somewhat critical. Maybe not tomorrow, but from basically Wednesday through Friday, we'll know how the trend is going to continue for the next couple of weeks, in my opinion. And for the time being, it's not looking good. It just need a reclaim from buyers. It's not over yet, in my opinion, but you're actually seeing some selling where you will want to see selling. But if you, on the flip side of the coin, if I were bearish here on crypto, I would be okay. So highest daily candle close on USDT dominance since May 14. So really pushing higher, confirming this bullish engulfing candle from yesterday. So you're probably going to see a rip higher if I had a bullish bias on USDT dominance. But since I have a bearish bias on this asset, I'm just going to be looking for reasons to have a rollover within this asset. So it's just Bitcoin needs to do its thing, have the P cycle top indicator reclaim, and plus another argument maybe for bulls here. So you completed 50% retracement or 50% Fibonacci retracement out of this move from the beginning of May. What's good, incognito? No, I have not been shorting because I'm fully deployed right now. I do have a perp account, but I haven't been using it much lately. I'm just being on spot since we failed to have this breakout, and a lot of my altcoins actually converted them into BTC because I saw maybe Bitcoin dominance grinding higher, so I wanted to protect some gains, some SAT value. So I just converted them, swapped them into Bitcoin. So I haven't been making any monies on the past week, but at least I protected some capital because I was deep in some memes and whatever, and they just got destroyed. So at least I preserved some value there. But yeah, you're getting a reaction out of the 50% retrace or retracement from this move that began on May 1st and ended on June 7th. You're just on a 50% retracement. So that could be a good spot to carve out a bottom. Would be pretty nice. No, I don't think the meme days are over. What I do think though is that maybe this whole meme season that we had, it was like basically DeFi summer back in 2020. That you saw like a whole narrative of DeFi's dead, and a lot of DeFi coins got dumped from September through December of 2020. And then after Bitcoin started running, and actually after Bitcoin broke out and was trading at like 33,000, DeFi coins got like an infinite bid. Like they got bought back so hard. So I think that maybe they lag for a minute. Maybe they, I don't know, get a consolidation. Maybe they trade sideways. Like my dream scenario, to be honest, not because of my backs, but because of what I would consider to be like a healthy market move. It would be Bitcoin just finding a bottom and start grinding higher, getting a breakout out of the 74K resistance, pushing into new highs while majors follow, but maybe underperform. Maybe it could be different with Ethereum because of the whole ETF situation, but just basically mimic what happened on the 2020 breakout that we had in October when we had that blog news and the PayPal news, and you have Bitcoin running from basically 14K into 30,000, 34,000K in January. So maybe Bitcoin sucking a little bit more liquidity out of altcoins, pushing into new highs. And then when we have Bitcoin trading at like 85K, 90K, you get that Bitcoin dominance rollover and altcoin season begins. I wouldn't mind if altcoin season begins before, if we get a rollover like right now and you see altcoins outperformance from here, I would be sweet. But I'm just very careful of BTC just going into new highs and maybe getting all of the attention while meme coins get to consolidate for a few months and not pull insane numbers, because they've been just different meme coins. Maybe WIF had a season in March, Pepe had a second leg in May, and all of that. So I think they're going to come back. I think they're going to be the narrative of this cycle, just like DeFi was like the narrative of the past cycle and layer ones. thanks for the compliment, Incognito. So that's what I think about meme coins. I think they're gonna get maybe some consolidation, but I think that they're definitely gonna come back. I actually remember from the previous cycle in 2020 and 2021 when retail was coming into the market. I was talking to some friends, and a lot of them like bought Doge, and I was like, why will you buy Doge? I mean, I didn't had any Doge at that moment. I was deep within Solana, Link, or whatever, just like DeFi coins, and it's because it had a dog. It was like a cute coin, like a, I don't know. So I'm guessing if memes did good the past cycle and they're starting to do good this cycle again, I think the market it's showing its hand on what could be possible for this time around. I'm guessing Pepe is going to be an incredible performer, and maybe with too, and maybe some new memes too. Like the thing with memes, like they could create memes out of vaporware out of nowhere, and they could pump anyway. So, but I think the strength within altcoins is just going to continue to get bid. You could see some new runners, but I'm guessing that when we get that altcoin season, it's just going to be meme coin season all over again. And at one point, I'm expecting an NFT season too, because NFTs are memes too. It might take longer because it's like the furthest down the risk curve for fungible, non-fungible tokens. So maybe at the very end of the bull run, if we get a proper bull market, you will see NFT season again. But first, a meme coin cycle, in my opinion. So yeah, those are my thoughts on memes. Yeah, the fit pivot. We'll see. It depends on why they cut. If they cut because the labor market is deteriorating, I will be somewhat concerned. If they cut because they want to send a signal and they just cut a little bit, like 25 basis point, then I think it will be really good for the market. So taking a quick look at the stocks today. So the SPX did all-time highs again today. Nvda actually flipped Microsoft as the largest market cap stock in the world. So pretty wild. It's just hard to be bearish on BTC when you see this kind of price action on the stock market. And on the previous cycle, you'll remember that you had a lot of a lot of stocks pushing higher before Bitcoin even doing numbers. So yeah, that's your monthly candle on the Nasdaq. I like to look at the Nasdaq on a really high time frame. I don't trade it, so I just use it as a guidance for my crypto trading, and it's confirming the previous monthly engulfing candle, highest monthly candle close possible, continuing to print strong positive momentum in the MACD histogram. And you know that our target next is 23 to 22,000 points here, just the top of the range here. You had this breakout out of the mid range. So you'll see how these channels have been working perfectly for a long time. So I'm not gonna get any deep on stocks. I'm just gonna go check out Nvda because I think it deserves it. So yeah, Nvda just had a bullish engulfing candle, highest daily candle close ever, highest price action ever, continuing to print strong positive momentum. It's just insane. I'm sure some other semiconductor stocks have been doing great following Nvidia, but what a chart, man. This stock definitely chose mania. This is not like this is a unicorn right now. What you're seeing here, this is not normal market trading, if you could say that. This is like once in 20 years or 15 years or 10 years occurrence. So don't expect this to continue going forever, and don't expect this to happen on different stocks just because of it. A lot of people are going to get wrecked thinking that this is how just the stock market works, and they'll try to apply the same strategy that they did on Nvda, and it's probably going to fail. Okay, let's look at some altcoins. All right, let's look at Solana. So Solana touched the 200 moving average today for the first time since October 12th. Wow. Man, Solana's really been an index for risk on this cycle around. Ever since Solana's been pushing into new highs, BTC has been trading to the upside or to the bull run side of things. And on the other way around, if you have BTC just losing momentum, you'll see Solana also just shitting the bed. So it's been a really good index for risk on for the time being. Maybe trying to find support within the mid-range here out of this descending channel that has already had 2 deviations to the upside, like 2 huge deviations to the upside. I just keep it here because I know there's some confluence that around here, and having the lowest daily candle close since May 1st. So it's basically the bottom after that whole wipeout that we had on April. Solana is having its lowest daily candle close since that day. So a month and a half of price action, confirming the bearish engulfing candle from yesterday. High volume today. So not a great look. Continuing to print negative momentum on the MACD histogram. So maybe you get a little bit more of a reaction here out of the 200 moving average. Would be nice to put in maybe a higher high regarding this one, because this could be considered a swing high. I mean a swing low. My bad. Just maybe you put in a higher low. So just a rough spot for Solana, and if we look at Sol BTC, yikes, damn. So this is bad. Confirming the bearish engulfing candle from yesterday and the first bearish backtest of the 200 moving average. So Sol BTC looks really weak here. You haven't traded below the 200 moving average since September 2023. So a long time, like 9 months that you spent above the 200, and not just you're below and you had a formal bearish backtest of it. So I wouldn't be surprised to see new lows on Sol BTC. You found some buy-in here from this support from this inflection point from March 13, 2022. You can see it's been regarded as support this cycle around too. So maybe you can put in a bottom at around here, but given that you're continuing to print negative momentum on the MACD histogram, and that you just had this bearish retest to the 200 moving average, it's just rough for Solana and for the whole crypto market. Basically, maybe you get to see Ethereum being the risk on index moving forward, but I'm gonna pull up a really important chart in my opinion. So we've been talking about this chart for a while now. This is Solana against Ethereum, the Sol ETH, and this is maybe forming a wake-up distribution schematic, the type 2 of the schematic, where you're currently on phase D and doing last point of supply. This is basically what this rally, this support that you found within the 200 moving average just turned out to be. a lost point of supply. It's just an absorption of remaining demand. It's basically what this was. All of this, just sellers selling their Solana into the last buyers on Solana. So yeah, lowest daily candle close since, my God, March 12th. Increasing negative momentum once again. God damn. It's just not a great look on Solana. And I'm just really hoping that this means that Ethereum is going to outperform Solana to the upside. If this gets confirmed, because this distribution is not confirmed yet, by the way. But I just hope that it means that Ethereum is going to outperform to the upside because of the ETF passive flow, and it doesn't mean that basically Ethereum is going to dump less than Solana. Because for the time being, since this top here is just meant that basically Ethereum has been dumping less than at Solana. Just Solana has been dumping harder. This whole impulse down is not being because of Ethereum pumping. If you get my point. But yeah, this whole distribution schematic gets confirmed when you get a daily candle close below the sign of weakness here, trend line at around whatever amount of sats. It's 3,278. When you see a daily candle close below this area, it's when phase E begins. That would basically mark the end of phase D, of the last point of supply, and the beginning of phase E, which is actually the down mark, which would be actually an impulse down of this distribution up here into who knows when Solana is gonna bottom. But yeah, it just sucks. But we'll take what the market give to us. I'm gonna head real quick into Bitcoin because the daily candle just closed. So yeah, 65K basically just acting as support for the time being. Really important level from history. You just saw this all-time high from the first impulse of the prior cycle. So let's hope it just works as demand right now. Otherwise, I think you're gonna see range lows here on your Bitcoin. Unfortunately, it will mean that you need a longer period of time before breaking 74K. And I'm just gonna entertain an idea here, just because. But this whole, I'm gonna do it on a clear chart. So this whole range here, this bull flag, is looking somewhat similar to this bear flag here. You see? If you flip it upside down, this would be the first impulse, then the main nuke, then the second impulse that we're currently right now, and we would be somewhere at around here if we were to mimic this kind of price action. So if we fail to hold this, we're most likely going to come down here to range lows. You can draw this on different like ideas or whatever. You can draw it like that. So maybe even deviate below a little bit. But that's what I'm currently seeing on Bitcoin. If you fail to lose the current 65K area, you're most likely going to come down to range low. Get everyone really certain about cycle being over, and then just getting that bid into all-time highs. A crazy move. I'm hoping it doesn't play out that way. I'm hoping we get that push higher within this week. Not into all-time highs, but just respecting the low. But if we're not, we're gonna come down into 57 or 58 or whatever at around the 200 moving average, maybe to try to paint a bottom. Okay, gonna go back to some alts. So WIF got destroyed today, lowest daily candle close in a long time, my friends. Since March, wow, since March 8th. Nasty candle, losing support. Not a great look. Not much to say about WIF, USDT, and on WIF to Bitcoin. You may have respected this low from April 14. And you had the lowest daily candle close since March 12. So yeah, this is not what you want to see on an asset develop. Who knows? Maybe you carve out a bottom out around here if BTC starts behaving properly. But that's a big if for the time being. Render. So maybe trying to get a support at around the 200 moving average. You can see that you had a lot of absorption from below here. Continuing to print negative momentum, strong negative momentum, and you just had the lowest daily candle close since April 30. So what I'm most interested regarding render is this Bitcoin chart here. Still on log mode. Okay, right there. So you just broke down out of this ascending Browning wedge, which is a bullish structure. And you did also have this bearish backtest into 200 moving average, the same what Sol BTC had. And you had a confirmation today of this bearish engulfing candle. But with all the absorption that we had today, maybe you get buyers to step in and maybe have a reclaim of this trend line here. But I don't know. You just had like the lowest daily candle close since a long time too. Since basically March 5th. Wow. Pretty sad. Let's look at Pepe. So Pepe confirming yesterday's bearish engulfing candle, lowest daily candle close since May 19. You can see how Pepe's been holding way better than most of the coins. You're getting closer to range lows here of this channel. And let's see if we're, and continuing to print strong negative momentum. But we said on Pepe that where you could maybe get some bid is that the 618 retracement here, which is confluent to this level, to support, horizontal support resistance levels, which was back tested in May 20. So you're getting into deep value areas on Pepe. And it's also happening on Pepe BTC. Actually, the daily candle for Pepe BTC was green. Wow. Almost printing a flat-bodied doji here. Maybe like a reversal candle. I'm sure it lost negative momentum today. So that's proper. But if you go to Fibonacci retracement from those two highs, you'll see that we tested the 50% retracement today and dipped below a little bit into deep value areas, into this golden pocket here. So maybe that was it. It's going to depend on BTC, in my opinion. Bitcoin dominance possibly rolling over, but you can have Pepe BTC pumping even on a Bitcoin dominance uptrend. I don't think Bitcoin dominance was just basically chopping around while Pepe BTC did this whole impulse here. Just a Pepe gained like a can't even tell on this chart, but a lot of percentage against BTC while just Bitcoin dominance chopped. So study relative strength, my friends. Study it. I think when we get that Bitcoin pump, I think Pepe is gonna get bid again. Maybe you continue to see it underperform BTC for some time being if we mimic the 2020 cycle, or maybe not, because just the bullish structure of this chart is untouched. It just has to have higher highs and higher lows across the board on Pepe BTC. So interesting. Okay. What else? Look at some Solana beta, some Jupiter. Just look at this, like all of the absorption that Pepe had today, which is Ethereum beta. Solana beta did not have it. Just lowest daily candle close on Jupiter today since, man, wow. Since March 8th. So since basically 2 months ago. A lot of carnage at around Solana the past few days. And if we go with Fibonacci, let's see. From lows to highs, you're at the 786. So deep retracement area and starting to get close to almost the full retracement area of the pump. But the 786 is it should be a strong level here. Maybe it holds. Would be nice. It's gonna rely on Sol ETH, on Solana strength. Let's look at render BTC, also losing this potential support here. Just had the lowest daily candle close since March 11, printing strong negative momentum. Just really weak performance on the Solana beta past few days. Also, just entered the deep value area, the deep retracement area below the 786 retracement Fibonacci. So yikes. See what the Bollinger Bands have. Yeah, so you have a candle close outside of the bands. So maybe if you get back inside of the bands here, I'm going to invert it. So maybe this could become like a 2-bar reversal. I think John Bollingberg calls the pattern where you have this 2 stabs outside the Bollinger Bands, and then you have a reversal on the next candle inside of the bands. It could turn into somewhat of a pullback on Jupiter against BTC, but it's going to rely on what happens within today and tomorrow. Okay. What else? Let's look at Bonk. Jesus Christ. Lowest daily candle close on Bonk since April 22nd. So Bonk is not as bad as Jupiter for the time being, continuing to print strong negative momentum and taking out these 2 lows. So just setting a lower low here. Wow. Let's look at Bonk against BTC. Also taking out those May 15 lows, lowest daily candle close since April 22nd, possibly building strong negative momentum on the MACD histogram. Wow. Let's see where we are on the Fibonacci retracement side of things. So getting close to the 786 retracement area, but not quite yet. So really close to the deep retracement areas on bonds against Bitcoin. Okay, let's see what the DXY is today. So yeah, it had this continuation possibly to the downside, like a small, nothing burger to be honest, candle yet, but like a small bearish hammer, losing positive momentum on the MACD histogram. You don't have any kind of divergence on DXY, at least not on the MACD, because you have a lower high here on the histogram and a lower high on price. So not much of an edge right now. You've been falling for the past couple of days, and BTC has been dumping. I don't even want to think about what Bitcoin's going to do if we get an impulse higher on the DXY. So lowest daily candle close on DXY since June 13. Yeah. Hopefully just continuing to distribute after this lower high here regarding the October high. Okay. What else can we look at? Let's look at Ondo. So Ondo had quite an interesting day. Look at this. Damn. Look at this this selling absorption here. 1 point from lows to highs. Ondo pumped 15% today. My God. You came in below the basically $1.05 area here, which is this inflection point from the all-time high from March 31st, and you just have an immediate buyback. You probably had a lot of bits here sitting, and while we had that push lower, it just had the buying pressure just came out, and you barely failed to bullish engulf yesterday's candle. Losing negative momentum on the MACD histogram today for the first time since June 12th. Yeah. If we get a bounce on BTC, you know it's probably going to bounce hard. A lot of volume today also. So it's not like it was on low volume, you know. Just higher volume that most of the May to June days here. Not the highest volume ever, but significant volume. So that's what you want to see on a daily candle like this. OXO. So this is Ethereum beta. Wow. Interesting. So you had a bullish engulfing candle on OXO today. Right now it's pumping 2.5%, but who cares? It's just been trading for like 18 minutes. But interesting development here. I'm just going to have to get some inflection points from here. This is a very real level. Didn't quite reach it. This is a real level too. Around there. I have to get more granular here. That's the one. Wow, so you basically respected the level there. And you also, I think, you're developing bullish divergence on OXO. Look at this. Look at this, chat. Look at this. Study Ethereum beta. Pepe, OXO. I mean, granted, this this coin looks so bad. It's below the 200 moving average. It was backtested as resistance in June 6th. Just I don't know, really retrace this whole move up. But at a key inflection point, you found demand, and you possibly are starting to print a bullish divergence on the MACD histogram. Plus, you might have an M shape here. Let's see. This could be a bullish bat. Let's see if it gets all the requirements for a bullish bat. I don't have them on the top of my mind right now, but let you know right away. Maybe. Maybe a little bit forced. If you do it like that, you have it. If you do it like that, I don't think you have it. So maybe there. No, it's not a bullish bat, unfortunately. Almost, because you have the 886 down here. So this could be somewhat of an harmonic, but I'm not gonna push it because you need to fit the criteria, and it's not quite fitting it for the time being. But interesting development on this coin. Apparently, a lot of Ethereum beta just had some bidding today. Ethena did not. I mean, this is Ethereum to ETH, but on the USD pair, it doesn't look good either. So let's see if we have some other Ethereum beta that got a bid today. Let's see, Optimism now, Arbitrum, maybe CHR, Injective, Phantom. None of them. ETH killers and are in the garbage right now. So Pepe, maybe Floki now. Pepe had some absorption today. Shiba didn't, had the lowest daily candle close since since March 1st, and fell below the 200 moving average since a long time, my friends. Since basically November 23rd. Get wrecked, Shiba Inu. Maybe some NFT coins or Metaverse, none of them. So maybe OXO just was a weird case, you know. Maybe some liquid staking coins. Oh yeah. RPL with the bid. What's going on here? Is this happening for real? Bullish engulfing candle of the yesterday's candle got back above the 200 moving average on RPL. Printing strong positive momentum here, higher than this one, so it's not going to turn into some hidden bearish divergence. Not in this case, at least. Wow. I had this inverse head and shoulders drawn out. I guess the right shoulder just went a little bit deeper, but still valid. You had this breakout out of this neckline, and you even had a back test today. Formal back test of this inverse head and shoulders. So let's see the target. So it would be 26% above the neckline. At around the key inflection point of $31 here From here, you'll see how real this level is. It had a hard time having a real breakout here within November and basically December and January and everything. And maybe you're pulling like a confirmation low here on RPL. Interesting. So you're definitely getting some Ethereum beta bid at the time being. It's just really selective. SSB did not. Wow, little got that bit also. This chart looks kind of good, man. Looks bullish. Higher highs and higher lows. And maybe you're putting in a confirmation low here. Granted, this looks kind of weird here because you're below the 200 moving average, but just put in maybe a confirmation low here regarding this low from June 11. Highest daily candle close on Lido since June 6. Bullish engulfing candle. Man, since the bottom of the trading session today, Lido pumped 26%. So there's definitely more more buyers than sellers on Lido today. I'm gonna shift my attention from Solana to Ethereum, and maybe from NN who was asking if the meme cycle was over. I don't think it's over, but I think it might need some time to regroup the troops before stepping higher, because I think it's definitely going to come. But RPL, Pepe, Lido, OXO just had magnificent days today, while Bitcoin was just basically killing the rest of the altcoin market. FXS just did not get that bid. Maybe DeFi. No, it's DeFi. What? Curve. So Curve had like the highest volume candle a couple days ago with the founders liquidation event, and you can see what's going on here, chat. Bullish engulfing candle confirmed. Confirmation low possibly. Losing negative momentum. Bullish divergence here for Curve. A lot of volume coming up here on the buying side of things. Look at the volume, man. Look at this volume. Where's it coming from? So maybe the Max Payne scenario here, it's having the founder liquidate his coins and this pump into Valhalla. I don't know. Because it just put in the lowest low, all-time lows of all-time high on Curve. But interesting development today on Curve. There's some wild stuff going on this market, I'll tell you that. Wow. So XRP was looking good. They yesterday pretty much almost invalidated yesterday's bullish engulfing candle, but it did not. But retraced a lot of the upside that it did. BNB lowest daily candle close since May 19, printing strong negative momentum. Yeah, still looks good, but you want to see carve out a higher low here regarding this low, because you already kind of lost this one. I think SPX was pumping today. Yeah, the meme coin, not the index, which was definitely pumping, but weird, just out of nowhere. Maybe you reclaim this inflection point, this all-time high from August 24th. 2023 and just pumped into range highs. Bullish engulfing candle, highest daily candle close on SPX since June 4. Say completely dead. Caspa just retraced a lot of the upside here. Onda looks better. Back tested the 200 moving average. Got some buying from then, but sheesh, modularity coins are in the dumpster. Or BC scam coins, how some people call it. Monta all-time lows. All right. So I've been going on for about an hour. I'm gonna give the chance to the audience to make a request. If you would like to see any kind of coin, it's your time to speak right now. Otherwise, I'm gonna start wrapping up. Just gonna leave that on so you remember what we have to flip to the upside. Just need price to hold here. Okay, that's going to be it for me today, guys. Please remember to like the video. I have to be really emphatic about this. I have to remember you guys to like the video. Otherwise, YouTube is not gonna give me any kind of basically visibility. And if I don't get visibility, I'm not able to get monetized. I need to get like 1,000 or a gazillion kind of views to get monetized. I'm really far from it. So really appreciate you guys leaving me comments, interacting with me, especially liking the stream, sharing, activating notifications, and whatnot. I'll be live tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Maybe I get a little bit delayed, but I'll be live tomorrow for sure with an update on BTC and the rest of the crypto market. We'll see if the Ethereum strength continues to hold up. And that's going to be it for me today, guys. Thanks a lot. I'll see you on the next time.